Okay, back with the deadlift. Again, back is super important. Back. While we're talking about that, as you get started, the weights that you're using and such, it's probably fine, but after the first 30 days, you're definitely gonna want to invest in a weight belt. If you wanna go old school and get leather, that's totally cool. If you wanna get something like I got Dink, it's more of a material and a Velcro deal. I actually use two. I use the Velcro under my belt, and when I go super heavy, I cinch it up and get really good. I would say you're at the age now where it's never a bad to start worrying about your back. Once you start wearing a belt, we need to talk about that though, because the fallacy is that you put on a belt and it protects your back, okay? It's really not that alone doesn't do that, okay? What happens is when you put on the belt, you are tightening your core, okay? But that alone still isn't enough. So you'll see, go to videos of powerlifters, strongman, anybody that's doing something very heavy. When you go to lift, so like for instance, if I'm gonna go pick up a 200 pound sandbag from the ground, I just don't go and I pick it up. When I'm ready, I take my deep breaths and then I hold my breath. And then I go to pick it up. Why do I hold my breath? Think about it. Just put your hands on your torso like this, okay? And breathe, okay? You feel you breathe in, you feel you breathe out. Now, what I want you to do is just, while you're breathing, just calmly push yourself and feel how your core feels. Now, take a deep breath and tighten your core, okay? So theoretically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put on the belt, you're gonna take a deep breath, and you're gonna push your abdominal wall against the belt. So now pushing the abdominal wall, pushing your whole core against the belt is gonna give you that tightness, right? That's gonna give you that core and that stability. That's what's gonna save your back. One of the great analogies I heard one time was, think about an empty soda can. Empty soda can, put it on the ground, go ahead and stand on it, right? It's very wobbly, most likely one little thing back or forth, the whole thing's gonna collapse, right? Now take that same can of soda, sealed, new, filled with liquid. Think about how sturdy that can of soda is now. You could put exponentially more weight on it because of the core, because it's tight, okay? So, deadlift, couple things. Shoulder width apart, again, feet just out. What you want to do is, and you'll see a lot of deadlift guys, right? Their shins are all bloody and scarred up, or they wear sleeves on their shins. I'm not telling you need to do that, but you do need to be close, okay? And there's a reason why. So there's two things we're gonna worry about: the setup and then the actual execution. So you wanna make sure that your hands are basically far enough away, because when you pull the bar is gonna travel the path of your legs, like barely as close as you can without touching, up and down, okay? So if your hands are here, it's not gonna work. So you go just outside your leg. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll it forward and you're gonna bring it in as you bring your knees down, okay? The reason you do that is you're actually gonna be activating and putting yourself in the best position possible. Again, I'll send you videos. Guys can explain it better than I can, okay? So we're gonna roll it forward. We're gonna bend our knees, okay? And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna look up, we're gonna travel the length of our body, and we're gonna pull up, and then we're gonna squeeze our traps when we come, okay? When we bring it down, same thing. It travels the path of our legs, touch, pull up, boom, okay? What you don't wanna do, let's take a side of this. You wanna make sure we're not doing this. See how straight my legs are? See how rounded my back is. Over time, that is gonna put you in a bad position. Our knees are bent, right? Head is up, boom, down, boom, okay? That's for squat, that's it. Again, you wanna keep your ass low, your back straight, your head up. The bar should travel the path of your shins and your thighs, all the way up, all the way down, okay? That's okay. Shoulder press. This is the easiest of all the compound movements. There's just really not much to it. Again, I would thumb at the edge of the knurling. That's about the right place. Again, with the bench, right? You don't want your hands here, okay? You want your hand to sit, the bar to sit on the palm so you can keep your hands straight. Same thing, we're gonna set our feet shoulder width apart, okay? We're gonna take our step in, we're gonna pop the bar out, take our step back if need be, and what you're gonna do is just gonna push up and you're gonna come down, okay? Now, what's gonna end up happening is that what you wanna do is you wanna stop just about right under your chin. Obviously you wanna take it to the top. Now what you wanna do to make sure your form is right, your back is straight, and activate all the right muscles, what I do is when I go up, I tilt my head, so watch my head. I go back, and then I come down. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down. I think when I did it when I first showed you, I did that backwards. So think about it. When you go up, you look up. So I'm looking up, I'm looking down. I'm looking up, I'm looking down. And that's gonna help you feel it on your traps and everything else much better. Okay, so we're gonna line our feet up. We're gonna get underneath it. We're gonna go up, we're gonna come down. Up, down, up, down. Then we step and we rack it. It's pretty easy. Again, with the weights, I don't know what your strength level is, so we can adjust as everything goes on. And then obviously as you get stronger, we'll adjust the weights from there as well. So that's shoulder. Okay, so that's your Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday. So let's talk about Wednesday. So rack pulls. They will build tremendous back strength. Definitely get a little bit in your legs and definitely in your traps, okay? It is such an underutilized exercise, very big in the strongman world. It really gets you to the point as you get strong to get stronger, rapidly increase the weight, and you can really start moving some good weights on this. So again, a lot of setup like the deadlift. We're gonna go shoulder width apart. We're gonna make sure that our hands are just outside our legs, okay? Make sure our hands are straight. So we're gonna bend our knees, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it from the rack, just like it says. So we're gonna pull it, okay? Down, up, down. Now, when we go up, we're gonna go up. You don't wanna throw your shoulders back, okay? But you wanna engage your traps. Meaning you're gonna pull it up and engage your traps. Down, engage your traps. Down, engage your traps. Down, and that's it. You'll see this will be the exercise you'll be able to move the most with weight with this as quickly as possible. Again, the things to keep in mind, you don't want to be rounding your back, okay? So we want to bend our knees, we want to pull, and we want to pull and engage. While we're on the subject, there is a connection, and there's scientific study behind this, to mind connection to muscle, okay? So for instance, if I'm doing this exercise and I'm just doing it, and then I do the exercise, but I'm mentally thinking of engaging my traps when I'm actually pulling them back every time I do them, they will work harder and they will grow stronger because I'm actually concentrating on using that muscle more than anything else. So any exercise that you're doing, if you're benching, if you're deadlifting, you should be really concentrating on what you're doing, the form that you're doing, and the actual muscle that you're actually working. That's right. Okay, continuing on Wednesday, we're gonna do shrugs. Traps are super important, underutilized, and underworked. I think for now, the best way for you to do traps is gonna be dumbbells. And again, I think I have you starting with either 20 or 30s. The right weight, we'll get to it. So basically, you're gonna take a couple of dumbbells off the rack. I'm sure you have regular hex dumbbells there. You're gonna let the dumbbells hang on the side, and then you're gonna pull up, I don't know. So the idea is that you do wanna pull your traps as high as you can, and for like a nanosecond, you wanna hold them, okay? So boom, 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 and that's it, okay? As time goes on, again, you'll get stronger. We'll do a couple other variations, but dumbbells right now are absolutely perfect. We're gonna get to dips and pull-ups in a minute, but real quick, grip strength is super important. So I don't use straps all but when I go super heavy on rack pulls, and there's maybe 2 other exercises that I will use straps for. I do not use them for pull-ups, but especially at the beginning. If you feel that you need to use them because your grip just isn't there, definitely use them. And there's a couple different kinds you can use. You can use your traditional grips that are like, or straps, excuse me, where, you know, the strap just goes on and you wrap it around and you're good. I got these on Amazon. Connor uses these a lot, these harbingers. These are good for two things. One, there's a little bit of a pad here. So like sometimes for dips or if you're grabbing and you need a little padding, they work really well. But if you need them as a grip, basically what you would do is you would put them around like this and then you cinch it and you got a real good grip, okay? So as you're going forward and you start moving weights, I would hate for you to not move a weight because you can't grip it, okay? So we wanna make sure that if that's necessary, that they're there for you to use. Again, dips and pull-ups, there's as strong as you get with your back and your triceps and your chest, there's no way to do them without doing them, okay? So dips, super easy. You're gonna jump up, you're gonna lower yourself down, push yourself up. Lower yourself down, push yourself up, lower yourself down, push yourself up, okay? The more you lean forward, the more you do chest. The more you stay neutral, the more you do tricep. I personally use these more for tricep than anything else, so I tend to be more straight on purpose to do that. If you jump up and you can do one dip, then do one. If you jump up and you can't do one dip, then just stand. Practice like a static. Hold it for 10 seconds. That's what I'm having Connor do right now. And just hold it. And eventually, the longer and stronger you get with holding it, the longer, the stronger. Then when you get up here, you'll be able to control yourself going down and then pushing up. You'll find as you go, it's not the up, it's the controlling getting down, not slamming down. If my fat ass can do dips, then you should be able to do them. Pull-ups. You can grab wide, you can grab in. In is significantly easier, you're engaging way more muscles. I would say it's probably best to just go wide. Same thing, do as many as you can to 10. If you can't do any, get up there and hang and just pull. Pull for 10 seconds. Pull as much as you can, jump down, and that's a set. You're never gonna be able to do pull-ups and dips unless you actually do them. I can do about 5 or 6 on a good day. My next set goes down to like 4 or 5, 2 or 3, till I get down and only be able to do a couple. So again, if my fat ass can do pull-ups and dips, then you gotta be able to make sure you can do them. Body weight exercises like those, there is nothing that will ever replace that, especially for your body type and the kind of body that you wanna build. That's dips and pull-ups.